Good morning, everybody. It's Deanna with toolsofenergyprotection.com, and welcome to the first Swift Energy Shift. So today we are talking about, okay, just a second here. Okay, so today we are going live, and we're talking about the energy shift. It is February the 10th, and we have a lunar eclipse coming up, and so I'm sure people are beginning to feel the energies very swiftly and quickly. So the moon, the way that it's going, is going to shift us into this next big shift. Some of us are feeling it now. Some of us are going to start feeling it a little bit tomorrow, just because of the placement of the moon and the energies. So first of all, thank you so much, everybody, for joining me today. And at the end of the video, I will repost this on YouTube if anybody would like to see it again or share it. And then I will be taking questions, so if you type a question down below, I should be able to see that and answer that for you as we go along. So what's happening, everybody? Well, this energy shift is the first big one in about 8 to 10 years. So you've got the moon on one side and you've got the sun on the other, and those two planets have a big pull magnetically. And so what's happening right now is that shift, or that pull, is bringing up lots and lots of emotions, lots and lots of feelings of inadequacy, and it's causing us to really question where we're going and what we've been doing. So I took some notes, and let me go over those really quick. So right now, there is an energy that is very pervasive. It's pushing us forward. It's asking us to make decisions in our lives. And it is causing one of two things. Either if you're on the top side of it, it's causing you to feel invincible, like you can do anything and you can make choices and you can go very quickly with those choices. The other aspect is it's causing high amounts of anxiety, and even yesterday I felt huge amounts of anxiety and felt like I really couldn't explain it, but I knew it was the energy shift. So what's happening is that we're being asked to look at our lives right now and our blessings. And if you write out today everything that's positive in your life and really have a look at it, it's things you've been asking for over the last 6 to 8 months, even a year, and they've all been brought forward to you. The great thing about that is you have a lot of fruit to choose from, and you have a lot of positive things to move forward with. That's fabulous. The other side of that is you're also being asked, what are you going to do? Are you going to do it again? Because in that we may have something in front of us now that's similar to what we had in the past, and we're looking at it with fear, going, oh my gosh, if I get this, if I go into it, am I going to experience the same things that I did back there? That's the choice. So here's an example. Let's say you were in a relationship a year ago that ended badly and caused feelings to bubble up, caused things to come up from your past, feelings of self-worth, self-value, inadequacy, not trusting. And then that relationship ended tragically, or it just didn't work, and you decided, okay, no more relationships for me, I'm good. And then you said, well, you know, maybe I might want one. And so now a relationship has come forward, or is in the works of coming forward, and you see it, and you're like, this is great. I now have something that I've desired, but oh, wait a minute, what happened back here? And you're looking at it, and you're like, oh, I'm not so sure if that's what I want to do. So know that those fears are valid and they're real. However, you are being given the tools right now to move forward past those fears. And you might begin to learn about boundaries or how to step forward without throwing your whole self in. The other thing that's challenging right now is that Leo is in this full moon eclipse. That's the star sign. And so that is giving us the energy of wanting to go forward loud and proud and say, hey, you know, no matter what I do, it's going to work out. And you're walking forward very boldly. And that can be a good thing and a not so good thing, because when we walk forward boldly and expect everybody to fold into our desires and they don't, then that sets us up for failure and feelings of failure. The other part of this shift is that Aries is a really strong sign right now, and Aries is about pushing forward and taking things step by step, but also pushing forward. So you have two very pervasive forward energies coming together at the same time, which is, again, fabulous, but handling it in a way that has wisdom is a good thing. So these are the things that I wrote down. Yesterday I was looking for tools. Like I said, I felt a lot of anxiety, and a lot of things in my life came up here that weren't real. I was seeing things, if you will, through glasses that weren't real because of this chaos, this chaotic energy that's pervasive right now. So here are the steps to going forward. First, take a look at your life. Take a look at the blessings, things you've been asking for that are right there in front of you. And really focus on those good and positive things. That's one of the ways to get through this shift. If you're feeling high amounts of anxiety, it's because you feel like you're being pressed to make a decision. You don't have to make a decision right now. Take a breath. Know that you don't have to decide right now if your anxiety level's really high. So what I'd like for you to do is imagine that anxiety level is here, right above your head, and that your connection to God, Spirit, or Source is just above that. And so what you're being asked to do is to focus your energy past the chaos and connect back in to God, Spirit, or Source, to the love vibration. And that will shift or take away the anxiety. So that's another step. If you are in business for yourself, one of the things I would like for you to do is to make a list, a task list, or make an agenda of what needs to be done. Because with this chaotic energy going on right now, people are not really knowing what to do. So you might feel depressed, you might feel anxious, and you get up in your day and you just don't know what to do. So if you're in business for yourself, make sure and make a list of things to do, and also come up with a schedule that you can stick to, and that will help you move forward and get you out of the chaos. I'm seeing what else we've got here. Okay. So the next thing is this confusion or anxiety. Pulling yourself up past that anxiety is a great idea. And if you're having trouble with that, you can go on to my website, toolsofenergyprotection.com, and click on sessions, and go ahead and book a session, and we can get together and talk about your personal aspect for what's happening for you and what energies are happening. The other thing that's interesting on a more technical side, I do the best I can to post technical things, is that we have had a shift in time, space, dimensions, and realities. And so all of those things are off. So if you will imagine for a moment 4 dials in front of you, like a combination lock. And time has been shifted or altered. We had a time convergence not too long ago. You can see that in some of the blogs, either on YouTube or Facebook, or toolsofenergyprotection.com, and we had this time convergence that came together. Scientifically speaking, you and I, through our thoughts and our emotions, are constantly pushing time creation. So very complexly, not only are you creating your own reality in space and time, but as a collective, as a planet, as a universe, we're also rolling forward, creating our own reality in space and time. So the last couple of days, what I found is those dials are off. So if your dial for time is out of sequence, you might be experiencing things are just going so fast, you're like, I can't handle it. My life, I can't handle it. It's too much, turn the volume down. That's one thing. Space. Few people have talked to me about space dimensionality. It's feeling like your placement isn't quite right. I know myself, I didn't want to get up out of bed a couple days ago, and I felt like I was depressed. I'm like, why am I not wanting to get up out of bed? This is a beautiful day, a beautiful life, time to create. But I had the covers pulled up and I didn't want to get out. It's because I didn't feel right in my own space. There's something, the courage. There wasn't the courage to get up. There wasn't the desire to move forward. Then dimensions are off. Dimensionality is kind of a complex subject, but briefly, you've got different dimensions. You've got the 0 dimension, the first, the second, the third, the fourth. So you and I live in the 3D world, or the third dimension. And the fourth dimension is where our higher or our divine self, or our connection to God, lives. So if you're here, and that connection is here, and there's the chaos here that's feeling the anxiety, that means your loop between you and the divine is off. And we can go in and look at that and shift it enough to open it up so that you can connect more easily to your guidance, to spirit, God, or source. That's the important thing right now. So that's a way to help you move through this, really to go with inside yourself and meditate. If you can't meditate, by putting your hands together and sitting quietly, try yoga, try Tai Chi, go for a walk, go to a park and sit without electronic stimulation, and just be as still as you can, or walking through movement, and really connect yourself to God, Spirit, or Source. That will help bust through this chaos. The other dial that's off for people is reality. What is your reality? I had someone I talked to yesterday, and he said, I have all these choices in my life right now, and none of them feel life. My job feels off. My personal life feels off. My health is off. Really wiggy. Again, technical term, wiggy. But he felt really, really off, and he wasn't sure what to do. And so you go into panic, you get high levels of anxiety, and you feel like you can't move forward. And so you have one choice, and that's to change. That's to totally take whatever's in your life and ditch it and get rid of it. Please take some time to look at your reality, to connect with Spirit or Source, and know that everything that's in front of you is chaotic right now. It's not true. It's a lens, if you will, that you're looking through of chaos, of the energy that's being brought in by this moon eclipse. And so those things in your life, they're not as bad as they seem. It's your lens.